You're watching Smiles Television Talk Show. Thank you for joining us again. I'm Stephanie Miles, your host. Today we're talking with two wonderful individuals from Community Development Sustainable Solutions Organization. They have some great information for you. We're going to be talking with Ms. Stephanie Bush and Mr. Terry Taylor. Stay tuned for more smiles, and remember, only what you do for Christ will last. The Monitor newspaper has been in business since 1963. They know the newspaper business. Support the Monitor. Support our own newspaper right here in East St. Louis, Illinois. Community Development Sustainable Solutions. Every community needs sustainable solutions. We're going to talk today with Stephanie Bush and Terry Taylor. Thank you both for coming to Smiles Television Talk Show. I'm just really elated to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
And you know what, yes, sir, Terry. And Terry, I got your last name right.
That's right.
Terrance, Mr. Terrance Taylor. Yes, sir. And Stephanie, my namesake. We were talking a little bit earlier about what the name Stephanie meant.
Yes.
Why don't you share with our audience, what does our name mean?
It means crowned and anointed one.
Okay.
And also it is the act of enlightenment, Stephana. The act, the action verb. And we all need to move to action, East St. Louis, because the time is now.
And you know what, Stephanie, my mom taught me that when I was a little girl, that the name meant crowned and illuminated, and when I met you, and I could see it all over you. You didn't even have to tell me your name. But let's talk today about the Community Development Sustainable Solutions. First of all, what is it, and tell us where you're going with the organization.
Well, Community Development Sustainable Solutions is just that. It's about giving sustainable solutions that are functional here in the greater East St. Louis area. Sustainability. We're Smart Green. We're a grassroots organization. We are the people, and we're here for the people here in East St. Louis. We are strong about advocating for change and removing those bottlenecks that hinder us, because we do have the right to thrive. We all, and each of us, have the right for abundant life here in our city.
Well, when you talk about sustainable solutions, Mr. Taylor, what types of programs and activities are involved with the organization?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. Right now we have the Job Readiness Program, which we're about to extend to the Mary Brown Center. And we're running it right now, actually, out of Leslie Bates Davis Neighborhood House, the historic Leslie Bates on 1200 North 13th Street.
Right, Mr. Bill Creve is there.
That's right.
We love him. We love him.
You know what? I love Mr. Creve too. Be sure to tell Mr. William Creve Stephanie said hello.
I will do that.
but what are you doing through Leslie Bates? And go ahead with the other activities.
Okay. And right now, with the Job Readiness Program, since October, we've been running it since October. And right now, we've had 125 individuals enrolled in our program, and we've gotten 51 of those individuals jobs who are actually currently working now.
So with Job Readiness, the name pretty much speaks for itself. What's entailed with the program?
I would say, yes, there is job readiness, and it does speak for itself, but we're innovators. So we kind of change it because we inject into that process the need to get out and do something. We don't want to just give you a Band-Aid. We want you to be empowered to make a difference and to become part. So we use ways to get you involved in the community and reflect that in community development projects. We teach you what the difference is between private sector and public sector employment. One, you have unlimited growth potential. We need to own our own businesses because there's not enough business owners in our city. So that's what we get them to do. If your dreams aren't big enough, then if they don't scare you, then they're not big enough.
When we come back, we need to take a quick break, but when we come back, let's talk a little bit more about some of the other programs that are involved, and I want to know a little bit more about how you even got started.
Sure.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Smiles.
African American men have the highest rate of prostate cancer in the United States. Did you know that approximately 30,000 men in the United States die each year from prostate cancer? Did you know that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men? Did you know that prostate cancer can be cured if only detected early?
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 10 years ago, and I never thought that would happen to me. If you're a man 40 years or over, I suggest that you go down and get tested. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I am glad I got tested so I can live to enjoy my retirement and see my grandchildren's grow.
Early detection can save your life. For more information, visit the website at www.eshd.org.
Prior to the break, we were talking about some of the activities the Community Sustainable Solutions organization is involved in. But before we get into more of that, how did the brainstorm come about?
Well, Stephanie, as a child, you know, my father, he was in the service. So having that unique experience of living on the base in a solution, in a situation that was an equitable situation, and then moving off the base and seeing that we're put into systemic abuse. You know, the system is not set up for us. So I wanted to really get out to you and to the citizens that there's a difference between equal and equitable.
Okay.
You know,
what is that difference?
You can say we both have books, mine just may be used. You can say I'm at a school, but my desk may be broken and wobbly, the books are old, and the teachers don't care. But we may have the same thing. I want something that looks just like yours. East St. Louis has to raise the business bar. We've been conditioned to accept this ceiling, and we really have unlimited potential. So I want to remove that top layer and help to raise the business bar and strive for equitable solutions, because those are the ones that are really sustainable.
And you talk about that business bar and moving the bar and just looking at some of the things and the major feats that you've accomplished in a very short time. Mr. Taylor, tell us, as the marketing director, how have you accomplished so much in such a short period of time?
Well, that's the easy answer. It's God. You know, it's God. You know, we just have the motivation, and we pray every day as an organization that the Lord allows us to be His vessels to do His will. So with that going first, I think that's the major point that actually got to us to where we are.
We move fast and we work hard. We work every single day, and I set goals. I set time frames, and we are to have something done. If you do not have it done, then we do not look good as a unit. How fast do we need to work to save our lives and to change the condition that we live in? How many times are we going to stand outside and watch a church from another community come in and begin to cut our grass, and we stand on the curb and go, I'm glad they finally coming to cut that. Get up. If you don't like it, change it.
How well are you received, say, for example, with the school district, the city, any activities going on with the local school entities here?
Yes, our school district loves us, and we love our school district.
Yes, we do.
Exactly. From all of the principals, I mean, we were just in one school, Lincoln Middle School, and we did the youth forum, the youth summit with Mr. Darren Suggs. We had an awesome time with those youth, and those youth at Lincoln Middle School, the boys told me that they're going to help me clean this city up and help rebuild it this summer. So I'm excited about that, and you guys, you know what you told me. So
I want to interject something as well about reception. On the onset, I told you that we were grassroots. One of the reasons why we choose Facebook is because the people in East St. Louis use Facebook. We live in East St. Louis, and so do we. How do we make it a situation where the organizations and businesses that are here to help are held accountable? We stand there and we're ready to say, take a look at us. We have functional solutions, and that you can be a part of this solution. We're right here, you're able to touch us, you're able to communicate with us. We need you to know what we're doing daily. Hold us accountable to help make a difference. That's what we're here for.
And you talked about some of those solutions. We talked about job readiness. I understand you're doing some things with the Mary Brown Center.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about that.
Oh, yes, we're about to extend the job readiness program over to the Mary Brown Center. So you guys and ladies that lead a job or looking to get the training to get a job, you need to come on and get signed up now, because it's going to be, those jobs are going to be going like hotcakes for you guys.
Preparation is opportunity. In East St. Louis, as an advocate, because I am also a member of UCM and the Gamaliel Foundation, social advocacy, we have to be prepared for what we ask for. Many times we sit back and we complain and we don't have a solution. Sometimes we knock on the door and we beat and we ask for something that we're not ready to receive. Senator Durbin says that we first need to clean up our city before he gives us a way to sustain ourselves. We say we need to prepare for that. We need to begin mentoring and training and having innovative approaches to preparing ourselves for these global changes that are going to reach us on the community level. That is what this is about, because again, preparation is opportunity, and we have to be ready to receive what it is we're asking for. We're asking for jobs, we're asking for new businesses, we're asking for equal treatment in the construction trades. All of these things are important. So we have to be there and help to prepare for that.
Within the community, the residents themselves, what kind of response are you getting from the core of the community?
Well, actually, with this urban agriculture experience, it got us into the community very well. I mean, the neighbors actually maintained it because we got so busy, you know. And
well, some people may not be familiar with that. Break down that urban
agriculture experience. Okay,
right.
well, the urban agriculture experience is something that we decided to come up with because we said if you plant your own food, it's like printing your own money. So we felt like if the neighbors could actually feed themselves or sustain themselves with food in their own neighborhoods, then, I mean, that much greater for you for that day. You know, I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about hunger.
And we also wanted to answer to the fact that we were tearing down houses and derelict property. Those are rape spots. And then also for the people who don't have good insurance ratings and they want to move or they want to fix up their properties, they're left with this piece of land that is dangerous. So you have to be a part and help to clean that up, help them out. And then what about the people that are hungry in the community? How many people did I see that were homeless that ate those cherry tomatoes? That's what it was all about. Now, we may put a fence up, I don't know. My heart says, don't put a fence up. That's the Garden of Eden and Eden.
Community development sustainable solutions. You know, that word sustainable is what keeps clicking in my mind. You want solutions that last, solutions that are not just fly by night. We're going to take another break, and we're going to continue talking with Stephanie Bush, my namesake, and Mr. Terrance Taylor from Community Development Sustainable Solutions. Stay tuned for more smiles. Don't go away. You know, you're involved with so many different things. Right before the break, we were talking about a variety of activities in which you're involved, but you've also been an advocate in various areas, and most recently you've been advocating, or I did advocate, what was the last thing?
Yeah, that had to do with the MRB project.
Okay.
One of the things that we have been dealing with over the years as UCM, which is United Metro East congregations, which is under the Gamaliel branch out of Chicago, Illinois, but they are in all 50 states. What we did was looked at the minorities trying to get into the union. I worked with Dr. Mason on that issue for a while with the minority inclusion. So we got together with UCM, and we had brought Ann Schneider, who is the secretary for IDOT, down here, because that one-on-one time to let her see just how close the construction projects were to our community, but yet the citizens in our community were not allowed to work on those projects. So we were able to open it up, and we went back around and were able to report that there were Dr. Mason and other black individuals in our community on that highway project. And we have fought for years to make sure that it had gotten done. Very pleased with the outcome there. Took it a step further, and we also worked towards getting a House bill to provide the needed bonding for the minority contractors to work on major construction projects. So now, if they cannot get the proper bonding at, I believe, 3 banks, if they're turned down at 3 banks, then IDOT must kick in that necessary bonding so that they can be more competitive with the other non-minority contractors.
Okay, and go ahead, and that's marketing, the marketing person. Is your job really rough keeping up with all that you do?
Well, basically, you know, we have programs, and what I do is basically package those programs into something that we can actually sell. But it's hard to, you know, the job is so hard because how do you put a price on helping other people? It's
Right.
like priceless thing to, you know, put into a call sheet.
And I want to say he does a good job as well, because he always says, I'm here, 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 here. But he has that ability to keep up and grab each thing I did and turn it around.
And actually, I'd like to give a kudos to you because we actually chose you as the person to give our interview.
Okay.
We had 6 offers and we chose Stephanie Miles.
Well,
Hello.
glory to God, you know, and that's a blessing to hear, and that's really, really good to hear, because we are in East St. Louis, and I'm just honored that you did that.
Well,
Okay, well, we have an exclusive. So, you know, you need to support the community development sustainable solutions.
All right.
Thank you, though. That is really a
you're
blessing.
very well.
Let me ask you this. With the city of East St. Louis, we talked about the school board and Mary Brown Center. Are you also involved with activities within the city?
Yes.
In addition,
We,
that we maybe haven't touched on yet?
our first ever youth-led initiative. We took the kids to Fathers Put Down Your Guns,
Okay.
Pick Up Your Sons, and March to Fun, which was pretty much the beginning of a nonviolent initiative. We wanted them to know that their voice is heard. We bridge the gap between the citizens in the community and local, state, federal government to let them know that their voices can be heard to get those functional and sustainable answers that are needed. We took it a step further as well, and we had the kids participate now in Mayor Park's youth forums. So they've gone every time that he's had that, and we're able to provide meaningful insight.
Okay. And you know what? I'm looking at your earrings.
Uh-huh.
Tell me about those dollar bills on your hanging off
Well,
your ear.
We said if
Dollar bill signs. Okay.
if there's something that you don't like, then you do your part to change it. And it's about time for you to quit moving your lips and start moving your hips and get involved or get behind those individuals that are really pushing for those changes in our community. Because we love you, East St. Louis. We love you and we are a part of you. We want to take one individual and create a new neighbor and then rebuild East St. Louis so that it is better and greater. We're great people.
Okay, and the dollar bills mean that you're gonna.
We want donations.
Okay.
We want donations.
Yeah.
But I don't want
Dollar
to stop
signs. I keep saying dollar bills, but they're dollar signs.
What about yours,
Okay.
Stephanie?
Okay.
Tell us about yours.
Okay, my earrings, they're an anchor.
Yes.
Okay, and Jesus Christ is my anchor, and
All right.
it reminds me that when I wear these earrings.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we're anchored in Christ.
And we are anointed in Christ.
And that's right, and our name is Stephanie.
Yes, it
And
is.
we're proud and illuminated.
Yes, we are.
Okay, and you're with the Community Development Sustainable Solutions. And if people want to know how to make contact with you, how can they do that?
We are located at the historic Leslie Bates Neighborhood House. That is at 1200 North 13th Street, over there in the Haymos area, behind Emerson Park. That is where we are, and we are happy to be there. As we said, we will be extending services through the Mary Brown Center. So thank you to Ms. Vera Jones for that.
Okay.
We love her as well.
And is there a telephone number?
Yes,
Mr.
514-3199. That's 618-514-3199.
And to give our viewing audience an idea of where you're headed in the future, let's kind of wrap up with some things that you would like to see done.
Okay, now what we'd like to see done is we're advocating for another major project in East St. Louis. We need another major business like the Casino Queen to bring forth those tax revenues.
Absolutely.
What we want is to build a better tax base in our community. That way we can take care of our school districts, we can take care of our parks, we can have additional funding for a lot of extra curricular activities that we can provide for our children in this area so that they can become better citizens as well.
And right now, we do have a petition out on change.org to get the sewer replaced.
Okay.
So that is very important because as it stands now, we really can't put major businesses out here. Our sewer will not support that. So we do look for help from East-Westgate Corridor, perhaps a little bit of that SWIDA mixed in there, but we need to bring an effort together so that we really can put some businesses here. So please get behind the petition, which again is on change.org, okay?
Community Development Sustainable Solutions /change.org.
And we're right here. We're very reachable, and again, we are you. So reach out and touch us.
I want to thank both of you, Terrance and Stephanie, for coming. Now, will you come back again? And I ask people that on camera. So when you say yes, I can say, well, they told me they were coming back. So will you please come back if the Lord will?
Yes.
We will.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. And don't forget to support the Community Development Sustainable Solutions. They have sustainable solutions for our community. And I want to thank you for tuning into Smiles television talk show. Tune in every Monday. And remember, keep smiling. You look better when you smile. And only what you do for Christ will last.